So Rick dragged me to see this, and then, yeah.
So yeah, it's about a couple that travels to Sweden to visit one of their friends, I guess, hometown during their Midsummer Festival. And everything looks... Okay. Well, I'm just going to give my own description, you know, and everything goes pretty well, but of course nothing goes well, and shit hits the fan. So Bryce...
I don't even know, like, does it go as extreme as, like, shit hit the fan? Like, I just think...
I know, I don't even think, like, it just hits a weird fan.
Yeah, it's just, like, a lot of just stuff just starts happening, but then it's, like, for them, it's, like, business as usual.
Yeah. So it's almost cult-like. So, like, the friends...
It definitely feels like a cult.
Yeah, the friends invite him to go to these couple to his hometown, where it's this big festival. Like, think of it as, I guess, like a small carnival with just your family, I guess you can say.
It's like over 9 days, right?
Yeah.
I think it's actually called, I think the festival is called Midsommar, or maybe it's not.
There's a Midsummer Festival.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what that
It's just not like this.
Yeah.
So they're there, and they're kind of like one of the friends slash... Yeah, it wasn't a friend. He wasn't with... Yeah, it was a few friends.
Are we
one of the friends
talking vague, or are we gonna spoil?
No, we can spoil it. Should we spoil it?
Well, let's just talk.
We'll just talk.
You really
we'll get into it. Yeah. So yeah, like one of his friends, like they're in college, and one of them is what do you call those people who study cultures and stuff?
An anthropologist.
Yeah.
Or he's studying anthropology.
Yeah, and he wants to write like their whole
thesis
on his friends like family and their celebration of Midsummer.
Well, I think he wanted to write about Midsummer in general.
In general, yeah. So yeah, like they started seeing things that are not normal to most people. I don't want to watch it either way, so I don't care. Okay. So yeah, like as it goes on, like they start learning the history and the background of like these people, and like as it goes on, you start noticing like this is pretty much a cult rather than a midsummer type of festival. Do you want to give your overall thoughts?
I mean, it was a movie. It's nothing I'll ever watch again. It's just...
It made you feel uncomfortable.
It's just... No. Like, it's not... That's why I don't know how to describe it. Like, this isn't like a thing like how you have a fear of clowns and don't want to see it. It's just... It's not in my wheelhouse, I guess. Like, it just doesn't... I enjoyed the ride that I was on, and I wanted to see what would happen next, but then I get out of movies like this, and I just feel funny, because it's just, the material is just so weird. And it's not... Doesn't... Like, it's not that I'm afraid. Like, it's not that...
Right,
it just puts me in a weird... Like, it just think... I'm just like... I come out of there thinking, like, who... Like, what... Who is... Like, who comes up with that? Like, I don't know. Like, I like weird stuff, but... This had some just real weird stuff in it where it was sometimes like almost just felt like weird for the sake of weird, which that just isn't always my wheelhouse, I guess. You know? Right. Not to say that I don't like weird, but it's just not... This movie just wasn't really my thing. But I did enjoy the experience. It's just not something I probably would watch again. On the other hand, I know you and Annie both really enjoyed the movie. Spoilers, that's Rick's opinion.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. There's something about the way this movie was shot, and like it, as the movie progresses, like it kind of spoils itself in the background.
If you're paying
attention, yeah.
I don't even know if spoils is the right word. It just kind of gives you like
hints.
It's like I guess you could almost say foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing, yeah.
And yes, Wolf, kind of exactly like that. Wolf says it puts you in a disturbing feeling that you can't shake off sometimes. Like, yeah.
I definitely had those feelings before when watching movies. This one really just made me think more about like how much was like slowly kind of predicted through the movie as the movie went on. Like with the bear, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's cool just to watch this and pay attention and try to see how to see this unfold, you know, and how it gradually gets you to like here, and then we're there. The actors in this were good. Very believable. There was one scene, it's just a technical thing, transition that I really liked, where the girlfriend comes in and the girlfriend and the boyfriend of the main two characters.
Can I
stop? You know what I'm talking about?
She goes into the bathroom, and then she's on the plane.
And then she's on the plane bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was fucking
I think
awesome.
I think you actually physically reacted to that, so I knew that you liked that shot.
Like, that was probably my favorite shot. One of my favorite shots of the movie was that whole transition. Like, because it felt like one continuous take. And then, like, when things like that happen. Kind of like in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Like, those are one continuous take. I don't know if this one was in this movie, but I know with most of Eternal Sunshine, those were like one continuous takes. Have you seen that movie? No. You should see it. I think you'll like it. Well, it's depressed fast a bit, but I think you'll like it. So yeah, like, I enjoyed this movie a lot. I would watch it again, which sounds weird because it is kind of gruesome and disturbing for my taste, because I'm kind of weak when it comes to, like, gross stuff.
Like, I nodded my head. You saying that you're weak. I didn't.
I am weak.
I wasn't even trying like that. I think I was more agreeing with you with stuff.
What I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, like, I feel like I've seen more gruesome movies, but
you like horror though. You like.
Yeah, but so do you. So do you.
Well, I mean, I feel like now I like horror because of you.
Yeah. They definitely show some stuff that it can be kind of hard to watch, but I don't know if it's like, I wouldn't categorize the movie as being like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some parts. I think most of the movie, is building up to those parts.
Yeah, definitely building up to.
If we feel it's necessary, we can. But so far, I think we're reviewing it without having to.
Okay.
I feel like if you want to, go for it.
I feel like this is also kind of in the sense, I'm not talking like picture perfect copy, but I just mean like when Get Out came out, and like people like, you just have to watch the movie so you can understand it. That's kind of how I feel about this, in a sense, where like, it's not exactly in that sense because you kind of have an idea, but it's definitely one of those movies like once you watch it, you kind of understand what the fuck, you know.
Yeah.
So technical right now. But yeah, it does linger in your brain for a few days after you watch it. At least for me, it did.
I got out of my brain pretty quickly. Like usually with stuff like that where I just don't know how to put it. It's just like, I don't know. It's just not my style of movie, I guess.
Yeah. I try to kind of compare it to like, maybe, I'm not saying the story or anything, or just like how you feel when you watch it is like Get Out or like Neon Demon. There's another one too. Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson. It kind of has like that weirdness to it, but in like this mainstream way. I don't know. I enjoyed the movie a lot. Like, I'm trying to review it the best I can without spoiling it, because there's a lot of cool scenes in it.
Yeah, I remember there was two things that like I was confused about, and I can only remember one of them right now. I wish I could remember the other one, but so this will be kind of spoiler territory, but it's not much. So if you want to put it up, I guess you can, Rick. But it's, let me think. I can maybe say it.
I don't have the graphic.
Okay, well I could probably say it. I could probably say it without.
No, that's fine. I'll just
okay.
put it up
Well, there's spoilers. Well, here. I mean, it really isn't much. I feel like I thought it was kind of weird that, like, you know, the friend that brought them there and stuff. I mean, I guess really at the end of the day, you could find out that you just wonder what they're thinking there, because like, did he go there strictly as someone that was just recruiting people? You know, because because it was just kind of odd that when it was all said and done, you really didn't get his reaction to anything. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it all comes out like that this shit's crazy, and you didn't really get to see. You never saw when shit's really started to go down. We really never saw him again, and it just kind of makes you wonder, like, was this just like his plan all along, or, you know, even if if they weren't weirded out by all this stuff, would things have been different? You know, like, would they have all eventually left there at some point? Or are they just going to be there? You know what I mean? Like, there's a few
if
things...
they just went with it rather than just...
Yeah, like, they're just...
I wondered that, too.
Yeah.
Like, if, like, all right, we'll just go through this. Like, that character who went snooping around, like, I think if he didn't do that, like, would he have survived?
See, I don't know. Those are things that I just don't know. But, yeah, I thought it was weird that we didn't really... You know, because you're going there thinking that he's taking his friends there, but then we really never found out if he was really just kind of evil and just luring them into a trap, or they fucked it up for themselves. Like, I don't know.
Well, there was a part of the movie where they were going over like the text and stuff, like they did bring they usually like bring other people with them. Because they needed that new blood.
No, that's definitely a thing. Obviously, we saw that everybody brought people there. Yeah. But I just want to know from the perspective of the people that are bringing those people there, are they essentially leading them there to die?
Oh, on purpose.
Or, I mean, I don't know. It's not obvious. We don't know that that's obvious because those people kind of fuck things up for themselves.
Oh, we're right. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes.
You know,
because
they got all weird. They got all disruptive, and it's just like I just want to know, like, if they just went along with everything, would they have all left at some point, or is the whole thing just kind of like a trap? I don't know. And then I really can't remember what my other criticism was because I just don't remember what it was. So yeah, I'll just say that for now. But yeah, it was fine. Like I don't regret seeing it. It's just one of those movies where I just kind of in my head go, why? And then just like it'll probably something I'll never see again.
Yeah. I haven't yet, but I wanted to go and look on YouTube to see what other people's thoughts were as far as like, you know, explaining, you know, people explaining the ending or kind of like talking about the symbolism and stuff like that. Because like I don't really know much about the whole Midsommar festival stuff.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how much it's based in reality anyways, so...
Well, there is such a thing as...
No, I know, but I mean, in terms of what we saw in the movie...
Yeah.
So I don't know if you'll get much out of that, but...
But it's definitely...
Oh, okay, with the other part. Sorry, well, go ahead.
No, go. I'm done.
It's definitely what?
I was going to say, it's definitely a good movie for me.
Okay. It was a movie for me.
Was a movie.
Yeah, the other part that... I didn't quite understand, so this is sort of spoiler territory too, but it's not a massive spoiler. But like when they're all talking about the trip and he says that I'm blanking on her name, but his girlfriend is coming up, and he said, and also she's coming on the trip.
Oh yeah.
He says she's coming on the trip, but he goes, but don't worry, she's not actually coming. She's accepted the invitation, but she's not coming.
But she's not coming.
And they never really explain that. I'm like, I never quite understood. When I was watching that scene, I thought he was being like, well, don't worry, she said she's going to go, but I'm going to talk her out of it. But I don't feel like that was the case either, because after that scene, and then they cut to that scene that you like, they're all of a sudden there, and he's being really lovey with her. Like, it's not even like, oh, fuck, you're here. And so I thought that was kind of confusing. Like, he said, she's coming, but don't worry, she's not coming. And I feel like that wasn't really explained. Like, I don't really know what he meant by that. So that was another part that sort of confused me. I don't know if you have any insight or if you're just as confused by that too.
No. I just kind of saw it as like, yeah, she says she's coming, but you know, when it comes down to it, she's not coming. That's kind of how I took it. I didn't really think more into it.
It just didn't come off that way. Like it felt like he had like a motive behind it. Like, but don't worry, she's not coming. And it's just like,
oh, he was trying to find...
I don't know. I don't know.
It was weird.
I really just don't know. But that was the other thing. But anyways, we can move on because we have a few other things to talk about.
So anyways, yeah, that's Midsommar.
Yeah.
I recommend to see it if you like weird shit or weird movies. I enjoyed it.
I wish I could.
Which is weird that I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I wish I could think of another movie that like has been. Do you remember those movies? And I barely remember them. I think my parents and their friends went to go see them, and I think I was a little kid and got dragged to go see it too. But do you remember these movies that came out like in? I don't even want to give a year. It was just we were young because I don't want to say 90s because I don't remember if it was 90s.
Late
it might
80s?
have been 80. It might have been that too. You remember like the Gods think we're
The
crazy.
gods thinks, yeah. Gods must be crazy.
Yeah, like, so
Yeah.
I haven't seen this since I was a little kid, but that's another thing where those movies to me are just fucking weird.
Yeah, I didn't understand those movies.
And that's
either.
how that's the kind of vibe I get from a movie like this, where I just kind of leave it. I'm just like, what the fuck? What is that?
God must be crazy / Midsommar crossover event.
But so I'm glad. So
But
you
I-
understand my comparison?
I totally understand the
like
comparison.
it's just kind of like I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, then we can move on. Well, you can type it up if you want, but yeah, like
that's
there was a few of them.
Yeah.
So 1980, and there's one in 1989. I wasn't born in 1980. 89 it might have been.
Probably watch it on video.
There might have been another one. Yeah, like I don't know. Like there was one where I feel like my parents went to the theater. In 89, I was still really fucking young, so I don't know that I would have been there too. Was it really only 2? Maybe there was only 2. But yeah, like they're just weird fucking movies, and that's just not something that I'm into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I get it.
So yeah. Anyways,
That's a pool, man. I didn't expect that of a pool.
yeah,
But I could understand that.
movies like that, like they just I don't know.
That's funny.
Or there's the other movie that I saw too that made me feel this way also. I don't know if you saw it, but I saw it with Annie. The Lobster.
No, I didn't see that. I wanted to see that.
That's just, if you ever see it and you watch that, I think you'll understand the type of movie that I'm talking about. So it just makes me feel weird.
That's funny.